All right. Happy distribution day. So we hit the first milestone of 1054, 1056 North Ashland. And today we are distributing the first set of cash flows out to all investors. What to expect on that front. So we closed at the middle of May. So we have like half a quarter of cash flows that would be accounted for. And so what you'll see reflected is your pro rata payment relative to the cash flows relative to when we close through the quarter. So roughly like half a quarter's payment is what you should be expecting. Those went out today. I believe a system will process them probably in 4 to 5 business days, but you should start seeing those come in sometime next week. In addition to that, I wanted to share some of the updates and kind of where we're at. For the distributions, we targeted basically right around 8 or 9% cash on cash return. And we anticipate that going forward. We were able to get some of the rents up even before we closed. We had a couple renewals. We were also able to increase rents through that. And so far, things are going pretty smoothly. Couple updates from when I last talked. I forget if I talked about the pet that we found in one of the units after they turned. So that was a fun little ordeal where we found a hamster stowed away in one of the units prior to leasing out to new tenants. So we got him out of there. We found a good new home for him. We cleaned the apartment, had some professional cleaners come through and got that all taken care of. And actually, the new tenants are already moved in and squared away. In terms of CapEx, there's basically three or four things I would say in flight now. So in the first building, 1054, that composes the 2 4-bedroom units, we had HVAC guys come through. We actually did get a complaint on one of those units where they're having issues with the furnace or condensation rather. So we have cleaners come through and clean out all the ductwork there. There's a good chance we may end up replacing the furnace there. I think we got a quote in for around $2,500. Good news is we raised enough money to have budget for about 10K per unit. So nothing unexpected that front. And we'll get the furnaces in good place and make sure the tenants are all happy with, clean air, as it were. In addition to that, we started in on a lot of the exterior renovations that we wanted to do. So we knew that there was going to be some masonry work that was going to be done. The first quote I got in was in excess of about $100,000. So as you can imagine, I was a bit shocked at that. Fortunately, we found another contractor that came out and their quote was like a fourth of that. And so we went ahead and actually got them started on the work. And I thought I would just share kind of what is in flight currently. So here's the buildings right here. You have 1054. The Google Maps is a little off here. It's actually 1054 and then 1056 just to the right of that. So the big things that we're working through right now are really threefold. One is this northern wall. This wall on the right is actually starting to fall in. And this is something we saw on the inspection. We knew that we were going to have to address. And we actually got a $20,000 credit from the sellers during the negotiations to help cover that cost. And that's turning out to come into a lot of use because I think this project in total will cost us probably around 25K. But good thing we also have additional reserves to help cover that. So we will be starting on that project probably next month. In the meantime, there's 2 sections of work that we were doing. So in between these 2 buildings, there's actually a big walkway. And the prior owners had basically just covered this in black tar to like seal up the walls. It was not done properly. You could tell the brick was eroding. And that even came out in the inspection report and the bank's inspection as well. And we actually had to take action here and do some improvements. Otherwise, the insurance and the bank were not going to be happy. So we got that work underway. They actually are doing the stairs in this back section. There's a rear exit here. And then they're essentially doing the lower, I'd call it 3 to 4 feet of these entire walls all the way down the interior of the building. And I will actually pull up some photos of this. I will apologize in advance. The mason is not the best photographer, but this is their handiwork. So previously, this was basically all covered in this black tar. They sandblasted everything, chipped away all the old sort of rotten brick, and then actually did new tuck pointing down the entire length of this wall and the entire length of the other wall. We'll click through a couple other here. You can see similar here. Again, this was all black tar. It was very gross. So they cleaned it all up, patched it, and swept everything out of here. And you can see more photos as we go through here. Again, not the best photographer. But yeah, much, much better state, way cleaner. All the black is gone and all the brick is repaired. So this is looking really, really good. Yeah, same along here. This was all black tar. Even up along the top side of this door here was this like black rotting tar. So much cleaner and in much better condition. Actually, today, this is not even the final stage. So once they tuck point everything, fill in all of the eroding brick, they come back and they seal it, and they will be doing that as well. Couple surprise gotchas here. So while they were going through this, they actually found some exposed electrical, like live wires that had just been basically cut off and were still sticking out of the side of the building. So we had an electrician come out, that cost us maybe a couple $100, but we got that taken care of. They decommissioned those lines. Now it's safe. And the mason's going to patch all those holes, seal all the walls, and then make sure everything's in a very safe, kind of clean situation. This is the other area they worked on. This is actually prior to the brickwork they started. So you can see what the wall looked like prior on the left-hand side here. So just deteriorating black tar that was, again, not the right product, not the right thing to be putting there. And the water ate it away as well as the brick. So all that's gone now. But this is really meant to illustrate the before photo of these back rear stairs. These came out in the inspection as well. And if I go to this next photo, you can see they've repaired all the stairs. They removed all the deteriorating masonry there, and then redid everything here. So this is in a much better state now as well. So that's really it. So again, we're getting through this stuff this week. Next month, we will tackle the parapet walls, is what they're called, on 1056. We'll kind of keep working to plan. I think we do have one other unit coming up for rent that is actively listed. We're going to start doing showings for that unit. We're actually in a spot where we're trying to get like top market. So we're kind of priced above where we think the market's at. If we get somebody long-term on that, we're going to take it. If we do not get a lot of traction there, probably what we're actually going to do is move that to a Airbnb. So we actually got the license, and we would have the ability to spin that up as an Airbnb, and again, further sort of juice the revenues from that particular unit. So that's the game plan going forward. I will be checking in probably, either in another month or two, or probably closer to the end of the next quarter when we have the next set of distribution scheduled. In the meantime, feel free to reach out and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.